Alright, good morning, 308. I wanted to make a very quick video, happy Friday, of our story problem from yesterday. So a lot of you reached out and said, oh my gosh, this is so hard, we don't know how to do this, this is crazy. Fun fact, I'm never going to give you something that you don't know how to do. So if you're suddenly dividing with decimals, you might be solving wrong. And I'll admit the story problem itself sometimes gets a little bit convoluted or hard to understand. So if you got a little confused, totally fine. We are not together. If we were in the class, I would have given it to you, explained it to you differently, and then also gone over it. So here's a chance for us to go over it together. I want to shout out especially Hannah, Lulu, Izzy, and Sophia, and a few others too, who had some really great strategies for solving. So I'm actually going to show a few of those strategies now and kind of work through this problem with you. It's easier than you think, I promise. So let's look at part one. So I just kind of wrote up the important information. You go to Costco, right? There's cans, they come in packs of 8. You can't just buy one can, you have to buy 8 at a time. To buy those 8 cans costs $6.50. So if I have $60, how many packs, and therefore how many cans, can I get? So I can't go over $60. I can go less than $60, but I want to get as close to it without going over as possible. So obviously I can buy 1 pack. Now something that I saw Hannah do is she realized, well, if I do 2 packs, $6.50 plus $6.50, and I think Ellie did this too, you get $13. So I'm going to keep that in mind. So 2 packs, because 13 is an easy number to work with, right? So $6.50 plus another $6.50, I'm going to do that right here, gives you $13. So rather than going by ones, I'm actually going to go by twos, because counting by twos is a little bit faster, and I know I'm pretty far from 60 at this point. So if I want to double this then, if I want to think about 4 packs, what's 13 plus 13? I'm sure you just said it, $26. Am I still under 60? Kind of by a lot, actually. What if I doubled my 4? What if instead of 4 packs I bought 8 packs? Let's do 8 packs. Now I'm going to do 26 plus 26, which, if you're following along at home, you can add in your head. 6 and 6 is 12, carry my 1, which would be $52. Ooh, I'm very close to 60. Can I add another pack before I go over, or am I stuck? It's kind of what you have to think about. Is this 52 enough money that I spent, or can I actually spend a little bit more and get even closer to $60? If you said we could add 1 more pack, you were correct, because obviously I can add $6 to this, $6.50, and still be under. So if I do 9 packs, right, I'm going to add 1 more pack, which means I'm adding $6.50. My 50 cents doesn't change. 2 plus 6 is 8, and 50 plus 0 is 50. So 9 packs cost me $58.50. Can I get another pack? No, because then I'd be over $60. So this is where I am. Now, the question doesn't ask how many packs I can buy, it asks how many cans I can buy. So if I buy 9 packs and 8 in each, that sounds like a multiplication problem to me. So I'm going to do 9 times 8, because every single pack has 8. 9 packs times 8 cans in each equals 72 cans. If you divided by a decimal, you got yourself very confused. I will never give you something that you cannot do. The easiest way to do this one was just kind of adding up. And if you wanted to go by ones, like I know Sophia made this really cool table. 1 pack, 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, and added $6.50 each time. Perfect. If you wanted to add 13 at a time and count by twos, perfect. The strategy itself is really just kind of adding up until we get to close to, but not over 60. Awesome. Part 1, a lot simpler than I bet you thought. Let's move on to part 2. I'm going to switch markers. Here's my purple one. All right, so part 2, get you a little closer to me, was 1 can has 3.5 servings. So how many servings are in 8 cans, right? So like servings are, you can have 3 people fed, basically. It's kind of what a serving means. If you ever look at the nutrition facts, they'll tell you servings, serving size. So if 1 can is 3.5, how many in 8 cans? Some of you might get a little bit scared by that 1/2. It's like, oh my god, I didn't multiply the fractions yet. Oh my gosh, this is new. When in doubt, draw it out. I know Layla just said that with me. So I'm going to draw 3.5 as a model, just so you can visualize it. So here's 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes. I'm gonna draw my half over here. And a half. So I've shaded in my 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 holes, and 1/2. That's 1 can. If I were to draw another can, I would draw the same thing one more time. 1, 2, 3, and a half. I'm gonna draw my half over here. What do you know about 1/2 and 1/2? What do they coat together to make 1 hole? I'm gonna circle that, and that is actually 1 hole. So every time I have 2 cans, over here, 2 cans, I get another hole from my halves, right? So I put my 1/2 together, another 1/2, and they make 1 hole. It's like literally, 2 halves make a hole. So if I can think about that, I don't really care about these. I mean, I'm just counting my 3s, right? 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, and so on. That's easy. It's the 1/2s that are a little bit more tricky. So if I have 8 1/2s, I'm actually going to draw those out right now. Right, because 8 cans. So there's 1/2 in each can. So 8 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 1/2s. How many holes do I create from this? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3. I create 4 holes. So they're not 4 servings, but those halves combine to make 4. Now I also know that there was 3 servings in each can. So I could just do 3 times 8, because you guys know that one, right? So I do 3 times 8 for my whole numbers. That would be 24. And then if I do 1/2 times 8, which is literally what I just drew right here. This equation right here, we're going to talk about this later this week, is what I just modeled. I drew 1/2 8 times, right? 1/2 times 8 is how much? 4. 8 halves is the same as 4 holes because they combine together to make 4. You also know that 4 is half of 8. That's important. Think about that pattern. We'll look at that later this week too. So if I add these together, 24 and 4, we get 28 servings. Many of you were much more successful with this part of the problem than this part of the problem, which is awesome. I know that looking at fractions in this way is something new-ish, but not really. If you just draw it, you can totally do this. I could give you a much harder problem and you could still do it. If you're stuck, draw a picture, draw a model. If you're still stuck, think about what you do know. If I'm giving you something that seems like it's out of this world tricky, it's probably not. You might just be reading it wrong. So, thank you for those of you who reached out for help. I hope this helps to clarify a little bit about this problem, especially for parents who maybe were a little bit stuck and confused. I hope this helps to kind of bring everyone a little bit more on the same page. And definitely, whenever we do story problems, I'll make sure that we debrief them or talk about them, just so this way you understand what was going on. So this problem, 72 cans, just adding up 650 at a time, 28 servings. 3 servings times 8, 1/2 servings times 8. When in doubt, draw it out. Hope you guys have a great Friday. I will see some of you at office hours. If you haven't yet, make sure you sign up. And I hope you have a great day. Bye, everyone.